guys, so hopefully you got to watch our video on us gathering the mullein and drying it. So we actually have some other things that we already gathered and dried from last year. So here's some mullein here. So this is after it's dried out. This is just some cheesecloth so it could breathe. But this is kind of what it looks like. But we're going to show you guys today on how to make a cup of tea with the mullein. So it's kind of like one of those cold, rainy days where like it's warm out, but you still feel cold because all the moisture. I'm going to put some mullein in there. Now keep in mind, like if you've never had mullein or some of these other things before, you don't want to mix these up together until after you've consumed it and see how your body reacts to it. I also have some goldenrod from last year. The goldenrod, it actually reminds me a lot of chamomile as far as the way it looks. And we'll do a whole nother video of this goldenrod, but this is something you want to gather late summer, early fall. And it's really good for your urinary tract system. That goldenrod, I think it has like a flavor that's real similar to kind of like to a green tea. It has a real nice smell to it. It smells good. And then lastly, I'm going to add some of this turkey tail mushroom. And we'll do some more videos of this stuff later as the year goes on. But the turkey tail, it's real good for you. They actually do a lot of cancer studies for it. People that are going through chemo. Has a lot of good immune system properties to it. So just all around real healthy for you. It's very fibrous, so you want to make sure that the turkey tail, you want to let it soak for a little bit. And it really don't have a whole lot of flavor, I don't think, the turkey tail. My counter's pretty clean, but I don't want to waste any of it. So we have all this in here. And it takes a minute or so before the water really starts to saturate through. But I'd probably wait 3 to 5 minutes at minimum to let this stuff really soak in and start drawing out those good properties. Maybe kind of smush it a little bit with your spoon along the sides. And if you want, you could use a French press. You could drink it straight out of the cup like this. And you'll know that you're getting close to it being ready when you move it over and the water starts to have a little bit of a green-yellow color to it. And then I also like to add some honey to it. Kind of sweeten it up and give it a nice flavor. So you could filter this off with cheesecloth. You could use a little strainer if you got one. If you got a French press, that would work for you. If you don't have any of those things, you could have a clean piece of cotton or a bandana, a t-shirt, and you could filter it through with that. We're going to let this steep for a few minutes in my my stitch cup here, and we'll come back in a few minutes. Alright, so it's been several minutes that we went ahead and let this steep. I think we're good as far as filtering it off now. I'll try not to make a mess here. Unsuccessful with not making a mess. That's what I'm left with. But if you look at that tea itself, see that color? Kind of greenish, amber, yellow color. And it actually looks way darker in real life than it's picking up on the camera. The camera looks pretty light and yellow. It's actually a lot darker than that. Keep in mind, guys, so this is kind of a mixture of things here, right? When you first start doing this, make sure that you only do one at a time. Drink it, see how your body reacts, make sure that you're not allergic to it, or make sure you don't get a stomach ache for it. You know, it is 100% edible. It's healthy for you. You can use it as a medicinal. You could use it just as a tea because you enjoy the flavor of it. But you don't want to just go out in the woods and gather all these different things and start consuming them all at once, because if you did have a bad reaction to one of these, you're not going to know which one it was. So you'll be starting back over and have to deal with that bellyache a second time. It's a little bit warm. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and find a comfortable seat and sit down and enjoy this tea here. Thanks for joining us today. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell on there. And we'll also, on the drop down box there, we'll have a link for you guys so you could watch that video of us gathering the mullein, so you could see how that process works. And thanks for joining us.